This is a second look at the backhand. I know I mentioned it on the front one, is that it's not a loose backhand out. It's not a backhand that's out separated from the body, trying to pull itself around independent of the body. That left arm is pinned up against the chest. And then the longer you can leave it there. See, it doesn't go there and then come off in a pull. It goes there, stays there in a downward rotation. You can see how professional that looks. And then as you go around, you're conscious of squaring your left hand, the back of your left hand and your left forearm. You turn this way, so it goes back. It's pinned up against your chest. You got a pec full of armpit. This is up against your chest, and you leave it there as you start down. There, leave it there, about the first foot. And then as you spring off your right side and post on your left side, you're squaring the back of your left hand and left forearm, or however you want to think about it. But it's not, I just want to make it clear that when I say swing it, and then like a baseball player backhanding somebody and the hand coming off, it is not independent of the body. That arm's trapped up against that body. My thought is to leave it there for like a foot and then continue on into that movement that I'm talking about. That first foot down with that club remaining there as opposed to coming off and over the top or independently moving away from the body. There's no speed in that. You want to, it's like you got a boulder and you're going to take a pole and stick it under that boulder to get leverage to make that boulder roll over. Your body is the boulder. And your leverage is this arm. It's like this arm is under the boulder. And in this case, we're going to do it the opposite. We're going to turn the boulder, leaving the arms there to create speed. If we wanted to create power, we would pull the lever this way to make the boulder roll over. That's power. But speed is to spin the boulder and leave the lever attached to the boulder for about a foot. And it looks like this. I feel no independent movement. Really, there's less of a thought of rotating my left hand. Because all I'm doing now is just turning down for a foot. Make it a complete swing. I feel like when I'm contacting that ball, I have more power, more leverage on the ball as opposed to these independent hand club movements. And I can turn as fast or as slow as I please. That was fast. Here's a slow turn on a little punch shot. It's kind of, feels like a Zach Johnson type of, move on the ball. And it's hard to get more consistent than Zach. Here we go. Pin it and lever it. Okay, now that's the most power I've ever put into my swing box. I've hit 1,000,000 balls into this box. I've literally ripped out the sweet spot. The cords are all torn up and broke on it. Yeah, I've hit such a consistent level practicing with the same club, which I probably shouldn't be. That would move my impact around and maybe I wouldn't have destroyed my box so soon. But anyway, I want to pin it and lever it. Pin it, and lever it. This just feels foolproof because I'm not trying to time any kind of thing with my hands. I'm not trying to fire anything or do anything. I am pinning it. When I say pin it, I'm talking about boom. This up against my chest. Pinned. Leave it there. That's the most important thing. Even in Ben Hogan's famous lesson, he pins it here and he tells the viewer to move the lower body first. And he does this movement over and over again. And I don't know how I can be offer you more proof than Ben Hogan. So this is exactly what Ben was saying. He said, get there, and the way you use your lower body is to pin it and leave it there. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, leave it there. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it. If I want to take my lower body out of it, unpin it take it off of there and your lower body can't be engaged. Leave it there and turn, and there's your Ben Hogan move. Starting from the feet, knees, hips, trunk, torso, boom, and swinging it around me. Watch the lower body engage. Remember, it's this movement. Just leaving it there. Leave it there. Here we go. And I can't put more speed on the ball than that. And with any other intent, any other concept, you have to tell yourself to transfer your weight. You have to tell yourself to initiate with the lower body because your intent is wrong. If your intent is to leave it pinned right here and turn for the first foot with it there, there's nothing can happen but my left knee to move out this way, my lower body to turn, my left foot to start to roll. Everything below the body has to support that. It's the only way it can happen. So you got to have the correct intent in order to have a correct swing. That was just a little bit fat, but I guarantee you I wouldn't have lost much distance because of the power of it. Okay, stand a little taller than you think. Just perfection. Okay.